You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery which reaches from the inner mind.
With the emergence of global internet, a human population of several billions, an electronic noosphere, that we are now within the shadow of this transcendental object at the end of time.
I find it a little difficult to say what the subject matter is going to be, because
Logic is an enemy and truth is a menace.
Shake and bake, steps back, three-pointer, bang!
Welcome to Midnight Variety Hour. This is your boy Adam, and then we got my man over here, Tom, on the side.
Your boy
Say
Tom.
what's up.
What's up?
I'm doing the intro today,
That's
and we're
right.
gonna switch it up. And I got a great guest for you guys. This is Marques, my good friend. Say what's up to the fans.
The greatest guest, in fact.
That's right.
My name is Marques.
This is not the previous Marques we recently had, or our other good friend Marques,
Yeah.
but this is Marcus's friend Marques. Not to get
Yeah.
confused.
Marquesception.
This is quite the dilemma within our friend groups. It's Marques squared.
I was calling you Q for a while, but then you're like,
Exactly.
nah,
that's
I
pretty dope.
don't really like Q, and I was like, all right. Well.
You ever meet someone with this like a sketchy nickname, and then it always reminds you of that. I knew a Q that was super sketchy, man, and so
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
And then
I
there's
just think of Q.
QAnon. Do you know,
Right.
get
Oh,
confused
Get
with
my
that?
conspiracy
yeah.
game up, you know. Hey, I might have something to do with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't wanna-
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming in, man. We
For
appreciate
sure,
you
for
coming
sure,
in, and
for
we're gonna
sure.
talk about some awesome shit. Some of your interests are design, you're big into art,
Yes,
music,
yes.
even skateboarding. So let's dive in a little bit, man. Tell us what you do now, and basically how you got there, and we can start
Cool.
there. Yeah.
So right now, on the artistic side, I have my own NFT project. My NFT project is essentially digital trading cards. Okay, that's the premise behind them. Now, little backstory on NFTs.
Yeah. Please
So,
explain, because I
yeah,
know
a lot
this
of
is
people-
We've
very
talked about it on
controversial.
the show before. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have some opinions about NFTs.
Yeah. So we both
I do
Yeah,
too.
And
Yeah.
word.
because the first time we heard about NFTs was NBA Top Shot.
Right.
And we were like, what in the hell? So yeah,
Top Shot,
go ahead.
yeah.
You can explain what NFTs are.
So okay, NFTs are simply run on the same technology that cryptocurrency is on. It's all run on blockchain technology, which is essentially a way you're able to basically scribe and write down every transaction that happens with whatever it is. If it's Bitcoin, if it's Ethereum, NFTs happen to be on the Ethereum blockchain. And what blockchain technology does is essentially afford you the ability to solidify your ownership on your digital asset. So as a graphic designer, this is why I believe NFTs, this is like a artistic renaissance, okay? As a graphic designer, I went to school for graphic design, graduated, worked on a marketing team, was head graphic designer, marketing coordinator, blah, blah, blah. But the biggest issue with graphic design is ownership. When it comes to digital mediums, a lot of times you can kind of just run into the right-click save and now it's mine. You know what I mean? I could never sell something in a digital medium. I would have to find canvas, a T-shirt, some other way to print my graphics, and that's my proof of ownership. I printed it, you know.
Sure.
Right.
But what blockchain technology does is allows you to mint your NFT onto a blockchain, and forever on the blockchain shows the owner, me.
Right.
So it effectively allows artists the ability to solidify their ownership digitally. You can right-click and save the NFT if you want, but we can go check the blockchain and see
To verify.
it's mine.
Yeah.
It's not yours.
Right.
What's also amazing with NFT technology, and what kind of gives it this fine arts feel almost, is we now have the ability to sell our pieces as originals, as a sculptor would, a painter would, right? Because think about it. If you had a copy of the Mona Lisa, it's worth $10. If you have the original Mona Lisa,
Right.
however millions and millions of dollars.
Sure.
Right? So what we can do now is effectively auction and sell our pieces as originals. Okay, and it's amazing. And what makes this even better than just traditional art selling and investing is I get royalties. I can determine royalties. So my NFT collection has 105 pieces right now. I get 10% royalties on every resale forever, on every piece. So if I do 20,000 and they resell for $100 each, I'm getting $10 off of 20,000 forever. And it'll just keep happening with every
no matter
single,
how many times it's sold or
every
traded or whatever.
transaction.
Yeah.
Every single transaction.
Okay.
So when you want to talk about what this does for graphic designers or people who use digital mediums, it's insane.
Right.
It totally changes the game. Now I found out about it last year when it was kind of early in its inception. There was just the CryptoPunk fad, which are like 8-bit faces. Some guy designed them, I think, in like 2012.
Okay.
Dropped them. They didn't do anything for years and years and years and years. And then for some reason, people started buying the assets. Now there's a finite amount, so you have that value by exclusivity point. You know, one of the most basic parts of sales.
So you can basically say, all right, I want an X amount number of these certain whatever digital anything, right? And just say this is how much I want to make it 100 of them. And that's it. And once that 100th is sold, you can't get it.
Yeah,
right.
you can mint a batch of multiple of the same things or just do one-offs. Like all of mine are one of one. There's no duplicate.
Okay.
So if you own yours, you're the only one with yours.
Right.
A lot of them have exclusive things like shoes or clothing or backdrop that's different and exclusive just to them. So it kind of, you know. But yeah, the CryptoPunk thing was pretty crazy, man. They're selling upwards of 5-10 million. Jay-Z has a CryptoPunk as his Twitter AVI. Steph Curry just got into a lot of the NFTs. He's into the Bored Ape Yacht Club. This is not an endorsement. Shout out to Crypto Boys Club. But, you know, there's all these people getting into it, and I see it as, you know, if you're a creator, you really need to wake up. You know what I mean? Think ahead, and this is the wave, man, for sure.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah. So you decided to basically create your own. Is this? Would you consider it a company, or is it consider it like your own side business kind of thing? It's for your NFTs.
It's well, right now it's an LLC.
Okay.
It's legitimized as far as that much goes. So most NFTs are considered as projects, quote unquote.
Right.
But it's more of a company now, I guess you can say.
Right.
You start picking up traction a little bit, start selling a little bit, and you kind of want to. You know, dot your I's and cross your T's so nobody can come and, you know, rug pull under you, take your stuff or anything like that. But so what I basically did was all these characters are inspired by a Pharrell album that I had when I was a kid. Yeah. I have this really distinct memory. I had a computer class. I was a typing class. And they would let us bring CDs to listen to music while you do your little typing tutorials or whatever. Right. And I had the Pharrell In My Mind CD. And it had just this cartoon character. And I just distinctly remember, you know, listening to the songs, doing my little things, and just being like, damn, man, if I had my own, it would look like this or like that, you know. Yeah. Fast forward, ended up doing graphic design as an adult by way of fashion. I wanted to make clothes. Graphic design was the easiest in. Graphic tees, you know. Right. It was either be a seamstress or do graphics. So I did graphic tees, you know. And one day I decided to make one, and then you know, when the NFTs popped mad years later, I said, I know what I'm going to do. I want to make these guys. But what separates ours different from others is most other NFT big projects, you get a profile picture. Right. Call it a PFP project, okay? Where you kind of get this profile picture and you flex that on your socials and does the little social hierarchy thing where you're better than this guy now because, you know what I mean? Right. You have the rare one, whatever. But what we do is you'll get a display picture of our NFT, but you also get a digital trading card. You'll get a GIF that has your trading card rotating. You'll get an MP4 file that'll have it in video format. We basically just try to apply all these different incentives to buying the product because you're talking about people spending $20 million on a JPEG, one picture. Right. It's kind of nuts, you know.
It is.
And it seems crazy, yeah.
Yeah, and as an artist, I'm used to getting like shit for pay. So I'm thinking I'm selling these upwards for $350 a pop. So I'm stuffing it with you know, content. I want your investment to be worth it. I want you to be able to showcase and do with what you will. So you get your digital trading card, which all these cards are based on a template I kind of developed through studying baseball cards, traditional baseball cards.
Yeah.
So with collectibles being the big NFT thing, and historically baseball cards, basketball cards being, collectibles, I kind of wanted to bridge the gap and make virtual collectible trading cards. So, it's one of those things where like now we have physical cards in production. So you get your NFT, send us proof of purchase, we'll mail you the physical in card stock. Even crazier, we have clothing coming, simple merch, just logo tees. You buy a tee from us. We'll also send you the card that you own, as long as you send proof of ownership, of course.
Right.
We'll send you that boy in the shirt you just bought.
Right.
Another way to personalize and kind of, incentivize people to keep feeling the madness, because a lot of people now, they just want to buy an NFT and they expect an explosion like some of the crypto punks or the Bored Ape Yacht Club.
Right.
When sometimes it's not $1 million.
So
off
do
the
you
rip.
think majority of people are getting into NFTs are wanting to resell something at a higher value than what they paid for it, or do you think it's like kind of mixed with other people who genuinely just like that certain styles of artists who are starting to do their own NFTs and stuff like that? They just like the art and they want to have the art, say, put on their screensavers or whatever,
Right.
just have it just to look at it and be inspired by it.
I think the people with money buy them just as a token
Right.
of this is my money. And
Right.
then you have like the new wave, like crypto investor kids and stuff that are like trying to hit for gold.
Right.
So they're throwing in on mad projects. Because there's thousands of projects now.
Yeah.
Like there's thousands
I'm
and
sure.
thousands and thousands. Because a lot of these projects, ours are all handmade. I sit on my computer and do each one, one by one. They have coding scripts that people run to generate different ones for their projects.
Right.
So once again, another aspect of, I guess, a difference in us. You're getting, I touched every one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas some people just do that. And so, I don't know. I would say the majority of people are looking at flip, though. They want to, it's like the gold rush, man. Like everybody's trying to.
Right.
That's what it
People-
kind of seemed
Yeah,
like
man.
with when I first heard about NBA Top Shot, when I was like, okay, when I was trying to look, we were looking deeper into it. Okay, what is the reason behind, like, why
Right.
would people want to spend $1 million
Because,
on
I
a
mean, yeah,
LeBron James dunk?
Right.
And so that's the kind of the problem we had was like, all right, these people are spending millions of dollars,
It's a
but like,
lot of money.
what is
Lot of
the
money,
what is the
man.
value? What is the real value of it? I'm like, oh,
Because-
to resell it. They just want to
Sure.
resell it to get
Yeah, you
make
don't
that
wanna-
million to 2 million. So it's like they're not really having it just to watch. Oh, I love this LeBron dunk. Like I want to keep it forever.
Yeah,
It's
this
like,
YouTube highlight. I can go,
Right, exactly.
record. Yeah.
but it does make sense for artists, and and I love that you came on and talked about this because this is really changing the way I'm looking at it now because there's obviously bands doing it now and other artists
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
They wanna
singers
drop
and
their
stuff.
albums.
Yeah, now they're doing NFTs, certain things because I guess that's the new CD now. It's like instead of going to buy a CD or a record, you get an NFT.
Get your NFT,
And that's
man.
your whatever your
Yeah.
NFT number 24 of this album
Bingo.
or something.
Bingo.
And so
Like what band was
I
that
get
that
that.
made an album and they only released like set amount of NFTs of that album, and then once those were all purchased,
Yeah.
like that was it.
Yeah, I forget who, but yeah,
It was
there's
a
people doing
really
it.
big band. I don't
I don't know,
remember
Kings
who
of
it was.
Leon or somebody. I don't
It
know.
might have been. I know they did some NFT stuff, and they did an NFT that was like a music video that they made,
Right.
and they played it in space. They played
Right.
that NFT in space, and they came home
Yeah,
and
that
auctioned
was-
it off.
Right.
Yeah.
That was
Well, like
crazy.
especially in the age we live in now, where you can almost steal anything. Like you can
Dude.
steal virtually anything you
Especially
want.
when it comes down to like digital stuff.
Anything on the
And
computer,
then
man.
who's suffering the most is the artist.
Every time.
It
bro.
is the artist,
You
right?
yeah, that's your
And-
lifetime is
Yeah.
suffering. That's like
Yeah.
the tragedy, the beauty in being an artist is
Yeah.
you never get what you
Yeah.
deserve. You know what I
There's
mean?
like less than 1% who are actually
Van Gogh
living
never
off
sold
of
a painting
Right.
until he was dead.
Yeah.
Right.
And if it was an NFT, he would have got royalties.
Yeah.
but it wasn't. So, yeah, man, it's
Yeah.
the NFT stuff is it's crazy. Really, I want to say the first thing, I guess the first taste of an NFT musically we had that people don't realize that if you kind of look backwards is the Wu-Tang album. The one
The
that Martin
one of
Shkreli
one
had.
that Martin Shkreli.
Yeah.
He lost it too, I think, recently in court.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the government
Government seized
Owns
it
it.
because I
Yeah.
mean, like he was X amount in debt or something, so his assets got seized.
Mhm.
Do you know about this
Yeah,
Wu-Tang
yeah.
album?
Yeah.
No one's ever heard it except
Right.
him or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now Biden's bumping 36 chambers.
Yeah,
they seized the album. But I mean, that's kind of one of the first sort of almost NFT things where, of course, you had to own it in physical.
Right.
But once you did, you could upload it to your computer. You had the rights to distribute it if you wanted
Right.
to. You could do whatever you want. You know what I mean?
Right.
Where that's kind of what NFTs do. You can if you buy mine, I can decide whether you can have full ownership. You can go use it commercially. You can do whatever. However, that's not what ours.
Sure.
That's not our application. That's
Sure.
not what we do. But it is yours to do.
Right.
Pretty much what you want with
Right.
it. But yeah, man, that's why when I was talking to Mars and I heard you say what you said about NFTs in the background, I was like, oh man, I gotta get on here and talk to this guy.
Yeah, and that's
'Cause
why
it's
I
crazy.
immediately, whenever I heard that you had basically your own business in NFTs, I was like,
Yeah.
oh shit, he's a perfect person to talk to because we've talked on here
Right.
ignorantly about it because we know nothing about it other than NBA Top Shot and a few other things like NFTs. The fuck, like so that's why I love having someone who knows what they're talking about come on and explain this to people and just get a different perspective of it. Because especially when you see things like just the average person, you see NFTs and you're looking online or something, and your immediate reaction is usually like, this looks like some bullshit scam.
Yeah,
Like people
I
are just
mean-
trying to scam you, get your money. You know what I
we
mean?
both
Like,
said that. But I was talking to Jesus about this the other day, that was our last episode, right? It was with Jesus?
yeah.
Yeah. So Jesus, our last guest for the listeners, I was talking to him the other day, and I was like, the only time I feel like this really makes sense is for digital artists and for digital art. I still don't like NBA Top Shot. I still think it's fucking insane because you don't really own anything special.
It's weird.
Sure, you own this little like blockchained MP4 file or whatever it is, but at the end of the day, anyone can just go and download that same fucking clip of LeBron dunking.
Hey,
it,
here's what would be cool. Have the player, whose ever highlight that is, get some royalties from that. Hey,
See,
that's my
that's
play.
what I'm saying. There's
Yeah.
There needs to be something, like more unique to it than what NBA.
Right.
Like for when it's digital art and it's a unique piece of art, and you were talking about the stuff that you do with it, how you get the video of it revolving. It's more than just like you're not just getting a JPEG of your boy.
Right.
You're getting something more substantial. And for me, with NBA Top Shot, you see people buying these moments for $300,000, $400,000, and it's just some MP4 file from some regular season game when Zach LaVine dunked on somebody or whatever, and it just doesn't seem worth it to me. And then, so like they'll do a series of 5,000 of that one moment, but number one of that moment is worth drastically more than number 4,000 of that moment.
Right.
But it's not like it's the first one to come off a printing press.
no.
It's just the first iteration of that file or whatever. So it feels so stupid to pay hundreds of thousands more for a digital file that didn't come off the printing press first, or it's not like the artist wrote it first or something like that. It's just, but this, to me, this is where NFTs start to really make sense and seem really valuable, because for digital artists, this is a game changer. And
100%,
I like this a lot more than, because really the only thing we've said about NFTs on this show has been stuff like about NBA Top Shot.
Yeah.
And we've dogged it.
Yeah.
But this makes way more sense.
It's like a gut feeling. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like this feels
Right.
right. Like this feels like
Feels a
better.
bit-
And it
Yeah,
doesn't
you know what I
help
mean?
that
And
it
then
was
the-
being put out by the NBA,
Yeah.
a multi-billion-dollar organ. Usually, whenever something comes out from a billion-dollar organization, I'm pretty quick to go,
Yeah.
this smells like bullshit.
Yeah.
But this is,
Yeah,
it's-
I
where it's at.
personally, I found out about Top Shot as one of the first things as well. There's another one. I think it's called Vive. They do they partner with Marvel and all these other things.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
make comic book digital NFTs and all these cool things. But those were the first two I saw. And I'll be honest, with the Top Shot, I was just kind of like, like
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop some real $1 million jewels right here. This is what they should have done. Have you all played Ultimate Team on 2K?
Yeah.
You know, you get your card.
yeah.
Right.
That's what they do. They sell cards. They sell player cards from certain years.
Right.
You get 06 LeBron, whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever random year, 2012 LeBron,
Right.
2013 LeBron in a platinum version.
Right.
And you sell. It's easy. I don't know why they decided to sell
Right.
video clips of
Moments.
some guy running a transition. Like it doesn't.
It'll be stuff
It doesn't
like,
make any sense.
a layup from some like C-grade player in a regular season game on a Tuesday. Like here's a video of, I don't know, name like any, I don't know.
I got one.
Here's De'Aaron Fox crossing somebody up on a Tuesday in January,
Memphis, yeah.
Yeah. And it's just like, what are we doing here,
Nah, I got a homie, man. He's actually on our marketing team. Shout out to Roscoe. All love, but I'm gonna just shoot a little slug at him. He posted one of his Top Shot NFTs. It was a JJ Redick layup. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
JJ Redick with the layup.
Yeah.
I mean, at least a buttery jump shot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not
Yeah.
the layup.
Yeah.
And when Adam first
Crazy.
told me about like you're buying NBA moments, I thought it was going to be like all of them were going to be really substantial moments, like LeBron's chase down block from the 20,
Fire.
Hey,
2018
That top
finals or
shot
whatever.
moment is worth.
Yeah.
Here's another one though. Like, why not use like maybe a unique video shot that like only one person took on their camera,
Right.
And they had a unique shot of somebody doing something. You know, like maybe they had courtside seats or something,
Yeah.
or maybe some camera guy has their own kind of side thing and taking pictures or something at the game.
Yeah.
Right.
Here's a unique
Something
individual
that is
picture,
unique, something that you can't
get
just
anywhere
go
else.
strip
Yeah.
off YouTube or some shit.
Right,
Then
right.
there you
Yeah,
go,
the
like-
alternative camera C on
Yeah.
the play.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
something
don't know.
like that. That would
Anything
make
like
it.
that shit. There's so many other ways to do it that just would make more
Or
sense.
like
but-
historic moments, Jordan Shrug, 1994, some,
Come
you know,
on,
like
bro.
I mean,
Easy
shit like
money.
that.
Easy money.
But we're out here just selling. There's just thousands of these NFTs that are just like, you know, fucking layups in regular season games, or
Yeah.
you know what I
It's
mean?
pretty wild, man.
Yeah, but this is way. It's like a whole nother thing. This
Yeah.
just feels like it is an absolute game changer for the digital artist.
Bro, it's okay. I'll give you guys some perspective. So me and a buddy of mine did. We basically made clothing for a while, right?
Yeah.
Caps, tees, embroidered sweatshirts, stuff like that. You know. So in 2 years, I won't even tell you the figures that we made, right? Because it wasn't great, but you know, it's kind of the startup, whatever, the homies clothing line sort of deal. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Okay, I basically relaunched my project 3 weeks ago. Went from 80 followers to like 1,200 in 3 weeks, literally.
Nice.
Just raw, organically, you know. I have over one ETH in sales, and ETH is like $3,500. It's more than I ever made. selling
Okay,
clothes.
yeah.
And that's in 3 weeks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you have to pay with Ethereum?
Well, the app that we use, which is amazing, is you can pay with your credit card. Now you have to pay gas in Ethereum. Now, for all those who don't know, there's something called gas when you buy NFTs, and it's essentially a tax for on our blockchain is Ethereum. The Ethereum miners to process your transaction and basically mint it on the blockchain. You have to pay a fee based on traffic. Okay, and this is one of the biggest problems with NFTs.
Yeah, sounds like a problem.
On Ethereum is because you could buy an NFT for $10 and then the gas be $400.
Right.
And it just all it's like Uber.
Right.
You know, trying to get out the club at 2 a.m. you get an Uber,
Yep,
it's $200. When at 4
Sure.
p.m. it's $20. You know, so that's one of the biggest, I guess, kind of drawbacks with the NFTs. But you know, I think, man, dude, it's amazing. I've totally, like, I'm just used to being like the starving artist sort of thing, and I'm nowhere near blown up or popped or whatever. You know, I think we have maybe 20, 25 of them sold, but at a price point $75 to $350, you can really make your money's worth. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Now ours will range. What we did was we have a rarity hierarchy. Almost like here on the website, you'll see we have these boys are what they called. These boys are all in white tees, right? These are basically the lowest in rarity on the scale.
Sure.
Okay.
We go down. Yeah.
You'll see these guys are also wearing shoes that might look something like you might identify them as Converse
Sure.
or Vans, right? Very basic. And then what we have above them is what we call premium boys. Okay. Premium boys they have all these cool hype-based outfit customizations.
Yeah.
I'm a sneaker collector.
Sure.
I have my own clothing line. I'm into a lot of streetwear. Okay. And of course, you'll see this. Our logo looks like the Billionaire Boys Club. You know what I mean? It's just all in homage to Pharrell, Nigo, and those sorts of streetwear gods. But anyway, that's a tangent. I'm sorry. We have the hierarchy from the boys, these simple guys here at the bottom, to the premium boys, which might have Air Jordan 1s on, or shoes that look like Air Jordan 1. Don't come for me, Nike. But Air Jordan 1s on, you know, they have these cool other shirts, sunglasses, little jewelry, and then when we have what's called the premium boys, These guys are all based off of actual people. Now, the first 4 or 5 collections, I did all these different Kanye
Right.
West looks.
Right.
I'm a big Kanye fan, so we
I saw
put-
the Donda mask and stuff you had up
super
there.
crazy.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So we first started out with at the bottom here. There's looking like he's wearing Red October Yeezy 2s.
Right.
He's wearing Solars. The other guy's wearing Blink. Like they have just all these different actual outfits that I made from Kanye West's actual pictures.
Right.
Now, like as you said, if once we fast forward to maybe collections 4 and 5, we see all these cool ones based on the Yeezus tour. I went on Yeezus tour, it changed my life. It was
Right.
crazy. So once I started getting complex with them, I was like, I want to do the Yeezus masks.
Yeah.
So we start doing those cards with the Yeezus masks, and it starts getting real insane.
Yeah.
Last week we did one with Tupac, Snoop, and Biggie.
I saw that. Yeah.
You know, Biggie had the real Coogee print on his. You know, Snoop had the actual flannel on. Pac had the Thug Life on his abdomen. Like it was,
Right.
it was all inspired by real things. The cards. The card had the. I don't know if y'all know Tupac's California Love video when they're going through the desert in dune buggies and
Yeah.
it's real
Yeah.
gnarly. So they're rapping in front of this big cage.
Right.
A cage
Yeah, yeah.
behind them.
So
him and
weird.
Dre.
Yeah, yeah.
I put that on the card. You know,
Nice,
I'll
yeah.
do certain references and callbacks to
Right.
actual pop culture and actual
Right.
things.
Right.
Where if you're a detail-oriented person, it's like super sick. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
It make the hair on your arm stand up
Right.
because you're just like, damn, I didn't think of that. Like Snoop's, it looks like the Doggy Style album.
And you're giving it shit that signifies that it should be worth more than just the white T-shirt and the Converse.
100%. The card itself looks different.
Right.
The border on the card, it goes from red and black to gold and red.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It just
And-
has that more premium essence to it.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. And so, and then we even have the highest on our hierarchy is the Golden Boys, and we'll basically do a gold version of one of the Ultra Boys from that collection to commemorate the collection.
Yeah.
Right.
Now with NFT projects, the most expensive and rare pieces are always the golden ones or the diamond ones.
Gotcha.
Every project has them. Every single one.
Right.
Another common one is laser beam eyes. I don't know why, right? But
Yeah.
it'll be those. So with that in mind, I decided to apply that to ours. You know what I mean? To give it that value and exclusivity. Only one of those comes out every week. There's 3 Ultra Boys, 15 Premium Boys that'll drop. 10 regular boys, like, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you're gonna be, if you want it, we drop at 2 a.m. We have people that will literally cop like at 2:05. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's pretty nuts, but you know they believe in something and people will buy it, man. Like it's crazy with the NFTs. I've never been so appreciated
Yeah.
and fulfilled as an artist with people enjoying the work, commenting on it, whatever. You know, we do free giveaways just to build community.
Nice.
You know, growth.
Yeah.
And you get a message like, dude, you made my weekend. It's crazy. I've been trying to get NFTs, but I'm so broke, or I'm da-da-da-da. I haven't been able to get it because of gas or whatever, you know. So that sort of fulfillment is also really cool within the NFT space because people see the gold mine it is, man. They really want to get into it. A lot of people don't get it, though. You know, they're just like, bro, I'll go save the video.
Yeah, I mean,
and
when
that's
you start
mine.
going
Save the
into
pic.
like blockchains and you start saying these words that people are like, okay, now I have no idea what you're talking
Right.
about. Like, come on, bro, like let's
Over the head.
break it
Right.
break it down for me. You know what I mean? But like,
right.
but I mean, obviously, our generation is gonna, you know, this is slowly gonna be the thing. Like you,
That's it,
I mean, you
bro.
can just tell already. Like it's already the thing, kind of.
Yeah.
So
People thought it was just going to be like a fad or a phase,
Yeah.
but it's looking like, you know, this is proving that it's going to be around for a while.
yeah,
You know?
you know, like I think like for me, like I love art as well. I love drawing and painting and like I always think about like, okay, what if I could like, so I lived in Austin for a while and how a lot of artists there, like just low key underground artists would ask permission to the coffee shop to put up their paintings
up
or
a
their
little-
drawings or whatever. Well, like they'll hang them in the coffee shop or maybe like a little library or something.
Yeah.
They'll hang it there and like put
a
like a
little
price tag.
on it. Yeah.
And to me, I was like, man, I wonder like how much money you can make doing that. I wonder like, is it even
is it
successful?
actually-
like,
right,
you know, or how
right.
hard is it to do that? And I was like, man, probably not. Might not be. It just might be a thing where like someone just does it on the side. They make a piece of art and just try to sell it.
Yeah, it's just
But
a
like,
prayer.
I wonder, yeah, right. I wonder how this can change something like that, or like maybe I don't know if you can like take a picture of your canvas or something, or like scan it, and then and do something like that, and now it's available to the entire world versus your local coffee shop, right?
Man, it's Like, there's a bunch of fine artists who've gotten into it. There's Damien Hirst, who most recently famously did the Drake album cover.
Okay.
Whose aesthetic is colorful polka dots.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He did.
So that's the
NFTs.
NFT.
What?
Is he doing NFTs like that? How Drake's album cover is like that?
The album cover has his aesthetic. His NFTs have his aesthetic as well.
Okay.
It's just all these colorful polka dots.
Right.
So what he wanted to do was, let's get these. I'm sure it's because Drake is with Apple.
Right.
Pregnant women, certified lover boy. I'm gonna put them in different color
Take
shirts.
the Apple emoji.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put them in different color shirts. This is the polka dot.
Gotcha.
Reimagine 2021.
Gotcha.
And the same artist, he re-released some of his classic pieces as NFTs, and dude,
Yeah.
$30K. But you
Yeah.
bought it for $200,
Right.
and then overnight it's $30K, $40K, like changing people's lives. Real
That's so
deal.
interesting.
Real deal.
Yeah. All right. I want to hop on to a couple more topics. Is there
Cool.
anything you wanted to go finish on the NFT side of things? Like,
No, I just wanted to say, like, the way you described it earlier, like, just a digital renaissance is the
Dude,
perfect way I've ever heard
that's
it be
it,
described.
man.
And I love it because I'm all about, like, the little guy or, like, the smaller party being able to generate their own wealth. And you don't have to go through any bullshit channels like
No.
selling this shit through a gallery or an art deal or a vendor. You literally created your own thing that is unique, that means something to you, and you're selling it just in a way that benefits you, and you're not like being schemed over by it. You literally are generating your own wealth and wealth for other people. And dude, like, our generation is changing the world. We're changing the way that wealth works. We're changing the way that money works and how people build wealth. I think it's fucking beautiful. I love the idea of a digital renaissance. That's all I wanted to say.
yeah, no, it's awesome. So yeah, dude. So other things that you're interested in, I kind of wanted to touch on skateboarding a little bit.
Yeah, let's do it.
Only
man.
because like it's I feel like it's a lesser and lesser known thing. Like I feel like it was more popular when I was growing up.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but like
I think
so-
it's still pretty popular.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it
I
just
still see
became an
people
Olympic
skate.
sport, and
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
a lot of people were interested. I mean, they just remastered fucking Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 because so
Facts.
many people wanted to keep playing it on the new generation. So
Yeah, I think that game made a lot, like helped
Man,
the
that was
skateboarding
it.
community
That was everything,
a lot.
bro. Tony
Yeah.
Hawk's underground, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like a open world.
Right.
You
Yeah.
were,
That was
man,
really
that
cool.
was crazy.
It was cool.
As a young black kid, I was like, bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because you got to drive an Escalade. It was super crazy, man. Those
Yeah.
games were amazing. But yeah, man, I started skateboarding. I think I was maybe 11 or 12 in the neighborhood that me and you actually grew up in.
Yeah.
I don't know if you all know this, but I've known Adam for a long time.
Yeah,
We
I was
actually-
trying to think. He asked me earlier, and I was
Yeah.
trying to think back how long I knew you. I was like, I don't remember the first time I met you. I just remember
Nah.
you always being around. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I stayed
So-
maybe 2 or 3 streets down from Adam, and
Yeah.
Adam, like, you go on his street, and what it was kind of weird. Our neighborhood, every street, you did something. Like, they were
Right.
always hooping on his street.
Yeah.
Our street, we were like riding bikes and doing other stuff, but
Yeah.
doing like skateboarding, scooter, all sorts
Yeah.
of whatever. But yeah, I started skateboarding around maybe 11, 12, man, and fell in love with it. It was really cool. It was a cool little outlet, and I always felt a little. This is gonna sound so cliche, a little alternative. I'm biracial, you know. So some things I would be drawn to that were just always seemed a little unorthodox, maybe for I don't know my peer group. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so skateboarding was really awesome for me. I don't skateboard as much now. I have a full-time job, and you can only roll your ankle so many times and going to work
Very true.
with the fat leg,
Yeah.
and before you're like, bro, I don't know if this is like, because skateboarding is the thing where you don't do anything without full commitment. You don't
Right.
land a trick without full commitment.
Right.
And you can fully commit and still eat shit, totally
Right.
fall, but you have to fully commit. And
If
so
you don't fully commit, you're gonna eat shit 100% of the
yeah,
time.
100%
you
of
have
the time. So it's either get hurt for sure or maybe get hurt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was one of those things where if I wasn't trying to like shoot a video part or get sponsored anymore or anything like that, then it wasn't worth it.
So that's something you were doing. Do you
Yeah.
have dreams of trying to get sponsored
Oh,
and like
dude,
trying to get pro and all that?
That was my dream, man.
Okay.
When
So
I grew
I didn't know
up,
that.
I wanted to ride for Chocolate Skateboards.
Yeah.
It's like a subsidiary of Girl. I believe Kareem Campbell owns Chocolate. One of
Yeah.
the black. Yeah.
He does, yeah.
I wanted to be.
I
on,
love Kareem Campbell.
Yeah, man.
He was one of my favorite skaters growing up, and you could play with him in Tony Hawk Pro
Tony Hawk,
Skater.
yeah, man.
And like I just remember always being Kareem Campbell.
Kareem was sick. Yeah, and so I wanted to be, bro. I wanted to be on Chocolate. I wanted to be on independent trucks because all the cool like bowl skaters rode indies. I want to be on Spitfire wheels because I don't know. I was just such a cross between like back then there would be like a hip hop and then like a punk skater. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but I had my little phases where I was like, I think it was 2009. Like I'm at Hot Topic buying the tightest pants ever.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm
shopped
trying
at
to
Hot
be
Topic.
as hesh as possible. I'm in the school like, man.
Dude, that was the only place where you can get some badass
Back in the
like
day.
concert tees and shit, like the artist tees.
Bro, you have the black skinny jeans with the fucking studded belt on. Yeah.
That was studded belt era, bro. And black, dude. I had the purple ones. I was in there like with the skateboard. Like, man, I was on it. Skateboarding did everything for me, man. It really shaped life for me. It brought me around. Skateboarding is so non-discriminatory.
Right.
Everybody can do it.
Yeah.
Everybody's loved. You know what I mean? It's the only thing I've ever done where I haven't seen racism bleed into it. Legitimately, though. We've played football, basketball. We've gone to different schools. You know what I mean? If it's all white, all black, all whatever, you're getting different energies in certain sports. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like Adam, you hooped a bunch. You might have gone up for a rebound, brother elbow you in the rib and say, "Get down, white boy." Yeah, watch out, white boy. You know what I mean?
I was constantly called Snowflake or White Boy, like,
you know,
all day. It's
skateboarding is something where you get your nickname based off of like how steezy you do your kickflips, not off of like the fact that you're white and you got a handle, or you're black and you can jump out the gym.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
White Iverson, bro, Jerry, or they do. They'll call me
Chocolate.
Steve Nash,
Jason Williams.
Jason Williams.
Jay Will. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Like, it's so funny when people do that shit. It just makes me laugh, bro. Like, I don't take it to heart at all. It's just funny. It's purely funny.
Have you seen that video? Jason Williams can't pass normally.
Yeah,
and it's just like
he's doing the elbow passes.
Yeah, it's like every time he passes, he would never just do a regular fucking chest pass. Yeah.
His teammates are probably a little.
Yeah, they're like, come on, man.
We're down by the foot, bro.
We're down by 15. What are you doing? You know,
off the kneecap. You know,
we're not in and one right now.
Right. But that's awesome. I didn't know that you were that into skateboarding. I knew you skateboarded. I knew you did. I just didn't know like you were trying to get.
Yeah,
so
man.
It's rare. I only had a couple other friends, maybe one friend who was like legit good enough to be pro, because I feel like it was so rare. Like
it's hard, man.
But yeah, and that's another thing. It's like people are out there like legit breaking bones every day.
Casually.
Like
you're not even doing nothing crazy. You're not in the Olympics with it. You're just at the park.
So how many injuries did you have? Did you have a lot growing up?
I just had a couple like small ankle fractures. You know, you have what's called shinners, or you just get your shin absolutely obliterated by the board. You know, right.
Is it like kind of like shattered?
Yeah,
because the shin bone's weird, right?
Yeah, it just hurts really bad. You know, your leg might be numb for some. You know what I mean? You get shinners and stuff.
Yeah.
But man, look, I really truly owe everything to skateboarding. Style, steez, my thought process. I mean, these guys have SB dunks on from my childhood that I like. The Freddies, the Tiffany's, the Heinekens, the Supremes.
So you fell in love with the style as well, not just
all of it.
It's a
like,
culture.
Everything.
Yeah, I was the guy. I'm still the guy that's like, don't wear a Thrasher shirt if you don't skate. Like because Thrasher was
hate that shit. Yeah,
Thrasher was cult, bro. If you had a Thrasher, like back in 2013, 2011, 2008, if you went to the skate park, the guy with the Thrasher tee on or the Thrasher tattoo was gnarly. He was gnarly. Yeah. Like, he was... Because one, you couldn't get a Thrasher tee just in Zoomies. You'd have to order it off the magazine. You'd have to go out and find it, you know?
Like, girls that just have, like... no interest in skateboarding at all, walking around in oversized Thrasher shirts.
That bugs me too, especially like
I tell my girlfriend that. She's like, well, I sleep with you, so I get to wear it.
like even like old like AC/DC shirts or something like Metallica. I'm like, have you even listened to a Metallica song in your life?
Like
you know what I mean?
The tour T-shirts. Like people are wearing tour T-shirts for shit that like they would never listen to.
It's so weird, right?
Yeah.
It's weird, man.
And it's all just for like for clout or style or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But that shit is so whack. I hate it.
Like I remember pre-jerkin era. You remember the jerkin
era?
Yeah,
I had a mean. I was mean at jerkin, bro.
Yeah, word up. I had a pin drop too, you know. But pre-jerkin era, like we were wearing like Vans and skinnies and beans.
Totally.
Like we were wearing that style that became popular, and then like I remember getting called weird and shit for wearing my skinny jeans and my little studded belt. And I was wearing,
Osiris shoes
I
and
had,
shit.
I had audios. Audio doesn't even exist anymore.
Mm-hmm.
My shoes. I had Brian Anderson audios. I was that kid and getting made fun of. Then next year, everybody's hopping and bopping around, jerking, and they're wearing all my shit. I'm
Yeah,
like,
bro.
I was just in that. You didn't like that last year. Like, y'all were killing me, bro.
That's so funny, bro.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
It was everything for style, man.
Yeah.
Steve's confidence. You go to the
Right.
skate park and kill it. The next full day or full week of school, you're just like, man, bitch, I just tray flipped a 6 there. Like, I don't care about algebra. Like, fuck school. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going pro tonight.
Right.
It was like that. So it really gave me like, and it introduced me to the Billionaire Boys Club. The fast forward, which kind of brings everything full circle. Pharrell, the ice cream skate team. Now these cartoons were featured in ice cream ads. Ice Cream Skate Team was one of the first all-black skate teams, black owned by Pharrell Williams.
Man, dude, I never thought about like the fusion of skating and hip hop. Like,
Bro.
I knew it was there. I just
Yeah.
never really thought about how that changed a lot of
Everything, bro.
stuff. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
there's a huge hip hop skate culture,
Yeah.
and I mean, there was almost like it always felt like there were almost two sides of skateboarding. Like you said it before, like there was punk skateboarding,
Yeah, dude. Totally.
and then there was like hip hop skateboarding.
It's like Vans Warped Tour skateboarding, and then like Wu-Tang Clan. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it was really like baggy, super OD baggy fatigues on, like
skating
Stevie
around,
Williams.
listening to like MF Doom and skateboarding around, or like skating around to
That's
the
how
Wu-Tang
I
Clan.
found. That's actually how I found Doom.
The
RIP.
first time I ever
I know,
listened
man,
to MF
RIP.
Doom, I heard all caps in a fucking skate tape. I don't remember who.
skate tape?
Yeah,
Just
just like
remember all caps
I think it was like
misspelled, man.
Jamal Smith. It was like some Jamal Smith video, or like
Fuck
no,
yeah.
might have been
Jamal
older
Smith
than that.
doing
Dude.
tornado spins
Yeah,
and stuff
dude,
on
Jamal
quarter
Smith
pipes?
is probably like my favorite skater right now.
Alright, yeah.
Because
He's so sick.
and he blew up with that fucking whack video, and then
Yeah.
everyone knew about him then, but I knew about
His
him
hair,
before.
whack. His
It's-
shoes,
yeah.
whack. Yeah, that's Jamal Smith, yo. He's a pro skater, super ill, known for doing like weird, random, eating cereal, mad crazy.
Dude,
and
and he's like, he can't even rock to fakie. And
Yeah.
he's like sitting there. He's like, just tell me when to go, man. He's like one of
crazy Steve.
the craziest skaters, and everyone just knew him from the meme that he blew up in. But if you ever just watch his fucking videos, that man might be one of the most God-given talented skaters of all time.
He's wild.
But yeah, no, I found out about MF Doom. The first time I ever heard an MF Doom song was on like somebody's skate tape, just watching them skate around. Shit was filmed on like some garbage camcorder, and they were just skating around to MF Doom.
VX,
And I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm listening to, but I'm about to download this on my shitty MP3 player and go skateboard to it outside.
What's your skate favorite video?
I don't know, man.
Or favorite part? Just one person in particular. Do you have a favorite video part?
So I really like old like Bones Brigade stuff.
Yeah.
I like Tommy Guerrero and like
Yeah,
all those
okay.
guys. I like watching their old tapes from like way back in the day, like
Yeah.
when Bones Brigade was really big.
It was really big.
But honestly, like when Vans will do like their highlight reels of they'll like when they drop the new Kyle Walker Vans,
Oh,
and
Kyle
they'll just put
Walker
a
is
Kyle Walker tape
crazy.
together.
Oh,
I
my
love
God,
watching that
dude.
shit. I love when Vans will do a collection of tapes
Yeah, he's crazy.
to like go with the shoes,
Yeah.
especially guys like Kyle Walker.
They have to.
Yeah.
And K-Walks is like
Yeah.
super crazy. My favorite is okay, if you're I'm gonna say this to all the brothers out there. If you're into skateboarding, if you like skateboarding, there's a video part you have to know about. Antoine Dixon's Baker 3 part. It has Biggie on the video, on the soundtrack. Super crazy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Antoine Dixon. He's one of the most influential black skaters ever.
Yeah.
Kind of fell off through drug addiction. He's known now. He has tattoos everywhere. He has fuck cops tatted on him 6 times. Like, he's super gnarly.
God
But
damn.
Twan, his video part on Baker 3, bro, we used to watch that. Oh, I got a homie named Tay. Shout out to Tay. He's involved in the NFT project. We would watch that shit religiously, bro.
Yeah.
We were just like, man. But yeah, man, skateboarding was the shit. But as you get older, you stop bouncing off the ground as as resiliently.
Yeah.
Sometimes you hit the ground and you stay there, man.
Yeah.
It's not like it's like, oh shit, But I'll still go see if I can still do a handrail, do a little hubba, 50-50s, a little hubba,
Sure.
hit a little handrail. But yeah, man, skateboarding's amazing. Did you ever try it?
No, well, I mean, as a kid, like I would I had a skateboard, I would
Yeah.
just. I mean, I never got into trying crazy tricks. I maybe try to do a kickflip or just ollies and shit, just the basics.
Yeah, 'cause
you know what I
when-
mean. But I never,
yeah.
I never got deep into. I never tried to get on a half pipe or nothing like that. So
When we were kids, it's not like now. Now you can get on.
Yeah.
There's a Trickopedia.
Right.
Okay, we were
Yeah.
at the skate park doing tricks we didn't know the fucking name to.
yeah.
We're like, oh, you know, you might have had a trick. You've been calling it some shit for 5 years, and you go look, and this is called. That's a kickflip, bro.
Right.
Like you've been,
You're like watching somebody do a pop shove it, but you've been calling it a fucking, whatever. Yeah.
The information is there so much more. Like we would have to just watch the crusty ass how-to videos
Sure.
on YouTube
Sure.
to try and learn how to do some shit. And
Sure.
now, so much there's 6-year-old just rippers at the skate park, like making you want to leave.
Yeah.
You know, like why are you this good? You know, it's skateboarding's insane, and it's something that's growing and evolving so fast. The difficulty, it's
Yeah.
I feel like I was playing. It's like the equivalent to playing basketball before the 3-point line.
Sure.
Like that's how
Yeah.
it feels for me. Like
Right.
to look, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You look at it now, and you're just like, bro, there's no reason this guy should be like 270 kickflip, back lip. And then nobody knows what that means, but it just sounds gnarly because it is gnarly.
Yeah.
There's no reason why you should just be doing that at 7 years old.
Right.
You're,
Yeah.
in second grade, like.
But
take a
it's
nap,
great
you know.
to see that
Yeah.
like kids are still out here wanting to be little skateboarders
Crazy.
and shit, you know?
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. It's.
I mean, shit, somebody won a gold medal at the Olympics at the age of 13
I saw
in
that.
skateboarding. Fucking
the
insane.
girl, Ray,
Japanese girl, yeah.
Yeah. There's a Brazilian girl who got second too. She's really young too. Her name is like Ray Elisa, something like
Yeah.
that. She's gnarly.
That's another thing. The fact that it's so worldwide. The fact
gnarly.
that you have these skateboarders that are immensely talented in Brazil, in Japan, and like literally
Okay.
all over Europe and all over the world, you know?
There's a hack. Okay, I want y'all to know something. The countries that have their national sport is soccer, football, or soccer/football. They're the best skaters.
Yeah, it makes
because
sense.
they can use both feet.
And they
We're
have
here-
so much, yeah.
I'm trying to use my left foot. I'm right-footed, and I'm spending years developing that. They get on the board, it's there. They're fluid. You know what I mean? They're ambidextrous already. So
Yeah,
those
makes
countries,
sense.
the Brazilians,
Yeah.
so sick, bro. The
Right.
Brazilians are crazy good. A lot of the Latin Americans, you know, Central America. The Japanese,
Yeah.
oh my God, dude, they're fucking crazy, man. The guy who won gold for the first Olympics, Yuto Horigime, he's on April skateboards. He's really good. He's like 19 or something, Japanese.
insane.
Yeah.
Killed it, bro. I mean, knocking out legends. He beat Nigel Houston. He beat, you know, all these
Yeah.
crazy skateboarding legends. So it's growing, and I love to see what it does. I still am kind of, like I said, a little bit bitter. I'm kind of still gatekeepery about it. Like,
Sure.
you're
I mean,
rocking
dude,
your
I feel like
Supreme and your
anyone.
Thrasher
Yeah.
and your SB Dunks.
Yeah.
You're reselling these $100,000 SB Dunks,
Right.
but you don't know what
People are
video
buying-
these were in. You
yeah.
don't know who, like,
And people
this
are getting
is
them not
crazy.
even to skate it. They're getting them to like just walk around the mall in them and
Bro,
shit.
yeah. I mean, and the thing is, if we're being totally honest, personally, I did not like skating SB Dunks.
Yeah.
You roll the shit out of your ankle easily. In lows, oh my God, lose your ankle any day. You know,
Yeah.
the fat tongue, the way the heel was, it would just buckle. And then the highs were decent. They just weren't vulcanized. They didn't have a
Right.
good flick. When you try to kick flip, for
Right.
me, it would always kind of hang on the board, catch. It would, I don't know. But, you know, so to see skateboarding culture just become mainstream culture, pop culture,
Yeah.
it's kind of like, man, you kind of slutted out my favorite girl. Like, you know what I mean?
Dude,
Like,
yeah.
damn, dude.
No, I feel like
it's kinda-
it's like that with anybody who has some kind of passion for
Right.
anything, and they see it become
like, what?
watered down. They see it become like something that it's not, and
on.
it sucks to see that shit. But look, I gotta roll out of here soon. So let's do a part 2, man. You gotta come back on, 'cause I know
I'm
there's
down.
so much that we
Like,
still
for
gotta
sure.
talk about, right?
Yeah.
Whenever
I'm
you're
down.
free,
And
come
so,
back.
Dude, I will come in here and I like to talk. Once I get in the groove, I'm
Yeah.
good, man.
Yeah, I love
we
it.
can
I
rap all
love
day.
And
the
that's
vibe
the
with
best thing
that,
is
so-
that we have no time constraints here. We can literally just sit down. I mean, except for today because you got to go.
Yeah, I gotta
but
roll,
I mean,
but yeah.
that's like the beautiful thing about podcast is there's no time slot this has to fit in.
No.
We can record it whenever, drop it whenever, and talk for however long we want. So
Hell yeah.
we're blessed to be podcasting. Before we go, is there anything you want to plug or anything
Yeah,
people should know
definitely,
about?
definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so let me plug our Instagram, everybody. It's Kryptonaire BC. Okay, that's CRYPTONAIRE, the letter B, C, Beta Charlie. If you're into that sort of jargon. No, okay. On Instagram, it's Kryptonaire BC. We're growing rapidly. A lot of our drops are selling, at least the most exclusive versions and iterations of our cards are selling out instantly, weekly. So even if you're not into NFTs, if you want to just support a minority creative who's doing it on his own, creating this shit at the desk in the second room in the apartment, give us a follow, man. Support. Thank you for having me on the podcast, man. I really appreciate you.
Yeah, appreciate it. We're gonna do a part 2, man.
Man, we got
so
to.
we'll hit you up. We'll hit you up soon and let you know when.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Cool.
All right. Well, all
Take
right,
us
man.
out.
Until next time, folks, go and encourage and support your local digital artist. Find a cool staircase or a rail somewhere close to where you live and just go shred that shit.
Shit on it.
Yeah. Stay safe out there in the cosmos.
Peace, y'all.